Oh my gosh. We're on episode 10. 10. We're still here.
Double digits we made it to.
Yes. Welcome back to Spilling the Gravy. I'm Antonia.
And I'm Michelle.
And we are a mother-in-law, daughter-in-law duo talking about everything. But this month, whole month,
it's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's Christmas month. It's December. Woo!
Love it. It's my happy month.
Cheers to episode 10.
I always have to maneuver.
And Christmas. I don't know. Yeah.
Cheers.
Woo!
Merry Christmas. Salute.
Every week leading up to Christmas, we have Christmas-themed episodes or holiday-themed episodes. And this week is very exciting since we're getting into the start of the holiday season. We thought it'd be a good time to talk about decorating and everything that goes along with decorating.
Because that's what starts it.
Of course, right after Thanksgiving.
Right after Thanksgiving.
Unlike most people. I was driving down the street the other day. I see everybody's Christmas trees.
I know Christmas trees. Some people have their outdoor lights on already.
Like fully done. And I get it, like the weather, but also.
Well, I allowed our lights to go on the house because it was warm, and there have been years where.
But not on.
You're not on. Where Jeff's been out in like sub-zero temperatures, fingers frozen, putting on the lights. So since it's been nice, he put the lights on. No lights on the house and on the rails, not on, but
nothing out on the lawn.
Nothing on the lawn.
Nothing on the lawn. Well, I think to start off, we should probably talk about what your Christmas style is, like your Christmas personality, and like how are you like a Maximalist? Are you a minimalist? Are you a Christmas through up on everything?
I was just going to say that. Picture Santa throwing up and every Christmas thing that you could think of that comes out of his mouth is in my house.
Yeah. So she is a Christmas through up person. I would say I'm a Christmas throw up person, but I don't have enough stuff yet.
You'll get there.
Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like my style is very much like, oh, if I think it's cute, I'm going to get it, even if it doesn't really go with the vibe of everything else.
But Christmas is a vibe. Everything that is Christmas is vibes together.
No way is the wrong way, no matter who you are or how you decorate. But for instance, like Jody is a minimalist Christmas gal where it's about the aesthetic of the white light, the like stocking with the single garland.
Well, that's also Alicia, my sister-in-law.
Yeah, Alicia too.
She's all about the aesthetic too. And I mean, the house looks beautiful. What she does is beautiful. I'm sure what Jody does is beautiful. It's just the opposite of me. Yeah. And I also grew up with my parents did not have as much stuff as I do now, but it wasn't like Pottery Barn Christmas that I grew up with.
Yeah. Same with me. Like we always had like a mishmash of things. Nothing was really like in the same color family, even like everything was just all over the place. And from years ago, I had stuff like from my nanny, that I've taken on, that she's taken on from her grandparents. It's just like things get passed down. So like nothing's going to fit the vibe the way if I wanted it to, it's not going to, because there's certain things that have to go out on Christmas that are probably twice my age.
Oh, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
But again, the vibe is just Christmas.
The vibe is Christmas. So no matter what you are, a minimalist, a maximalist.
If it's Christmassy, you're going out there.
If it's Christmas, it's for me.
I like that.
What is that actual saying?
I don't know.
Oh, if it's free, it's for me. That's what the saying. I mean, same. If it's free, it's for me too.
Red, white, green, gold, silver.
All the colors. All the Christmas colors. So I guess talking about stuff that you have gotten handed down to you is what's the number one thing that you have for Christmas that has been like handed down to you?
It's actually an outdoor decoration.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
Right after I was born in April, the first Christmas after I was born, my parents got a Santa in a sleigh, the old timey plastic Santas and reindeer. So it's Santa with 2 reindeer, Rudolph. And it really wasn't a Rudolph, but my father,
I thought it was a Rudolph.
put a red light in its nose so that it would light up that way, and I think painted. So I don't think it was actually supposed to be Rudolph, but he made it Rudolph. So it's like Santa waving in a sleigh with 2 reindeer, and he used to put that where we lived then. There was like a little roof, and he would actually put it on like...
Wait, that was on the roof?
Not the top roof. There was like a little... in between like the first floor and the second floor, there was a little roof, and he could go out the window right there and he would put it there. And that was something that just came wherever we went. I'm 57, so it's 57 years old.
57 years old. That's an old decoration.
It is. And it's had like surgeries. My father's painted it in the past. Jeff has had to put, because it's out there obviously in all kinds of weather during the holidays, Jeff's had to put the reindeers' heads back on. I'll do, and whatever we have to do, and I tell him that as long as I'm alive, and I hope past when I'm alive, that will go on, because it just has such special meaning to me that they bought it for me as a baby, and it's been with us ever since.
Oh, they bought it for you?
Well, I mean, first kid, like, so you're decorating for the first time kind of thing.
That's true. So for my decoration that I've had the longest is actually an indoor decoration, and it's the manger. And you have a similar one.
Also very old.
Yeah, but like yours, the one that you have is probably just as old as mine is, because I don't know how old mine is, because it was like my mom's when she was a kid. So it's old. Mm-hmm. And it's just this little like the little wooden house with all the plastic little people, and that thing is my favorite decoration, and I would fight somebody if I didn't get that, because I used to play with it when I was little. I used to think it was like an actual toy. So that I will hope gets passed down.
Jesus' dollhouse.
Yeah, literally Jesus' dollhouse. And I remember I used to hide him in the back of the house until Christmas, and the angel would go on top. Like I had specific layouts of where everybody goes every year. And I still do. So I would hope that gets passed down to my kids as well one day.
And ours, because that is something else that's very old and falling apart and has had to be put back together. Like every year when Jeff
How is yours falling apart though? I don't understand. Mine's like completely together.
Well, it's wood and olds and I don't know. But it's definitely had to be, again, surgically fixed before. Yeah. But that became Ryan's job at some point, because because it was my parents, so it was always under their tree and then became ours. But even when it was just theirs, Ryan liked to do it, and my father would let him like put the people where he wanted, and Mary and Joe, but where he wanted. But of course, in my mind, it's like, okay, well, Mary and Joseph have to be over Jesus, and it has to be a certain way, and Jesus doesn't go out until Christmas Eve.
Yes. Or Christmas. Honestly, poor Jesus, because like you put that decoration out the beginning of December, and he gets like
he's in
a week and a half.
In our house, he's in a drawer until.
Oh yeah, you put him in the little side drawer. No, I just keep him behind the house like an orphan child. It's just like thrown back there.
And in the meantime, the wise men and Mary and Joseph are having a party under the tree.
I have like the little sheep. I have everybody. The camel.
Donkey. Yes.
Yeah, I got them all.
So when we got married, I said all along, like, it's a real tree. I grew up with a real tree. That's another part of it, like decorating a real tree. We always had one, never had an artificial, from as long as I can remember. My parents might have had an artificial when I was first born. But after that, it was always a real tree. Jeff never had a real tree. It was always an artificial, like 4-foot tabletop tree that his mom had. Mm-hmm. So he was like, no real, like, we're not going to get a real tree. But he got used to, we actually got engaged. Oh, we talked about this, probably not in the wedding episode, but we got engaged while the night we were decorating my parents' Christmas tree. And he hung the ring on an ornament on the tree, like waiting for me to find it. So Christmas, again, my favorite holiday, and it tied into even when we got engaged, and we still hang that ornament on the tree front and center every year. But I thought, oh, he's going to start liking a real tree because now he's around my family and we have the real tree. But he was still like, no, like it's so much easier to have at first. Yes. And I mean, I think he likes it now. He teases me every year, like it would be so much easier if we just had an artificial tree. But I think he does like it.
I can't ever see him having a fake tree now.
Did you? Oh, you did have an artificial tree.
So when I grew up, I don't know how my mom grew up and like my nanny, like what they did prior to me, but ever since I can remember, I lived with my nanny, like I talked about, and obviously my mom, and we always had an artificial tree, like pre-lit artificial tree. I actually think my nanny's wasn't pre-lit. I don't think that was really a thing then.
Well, years ago.
Yeah,
no
but when me and my mom moved out and we were together, then we had a pre-lit tree. So like I was just always used to it. It didn't necessarily bother me that I didn't have a real tree, but Evan, when we moved in together, was like, absolutely not. I'm not having a fake tree. And I was team real tree. Like, I never had one. I was like, yeah, let's get one. And they smell so good. Like, I was on board. So we got our first real tree. And now I will never go back because I love the way it looks. I love the way it smells. The only thing that's annoying about a real tree is that sometimes the branches aren't strong enough for all of our heavy ornaments. But I will say I prefer having my real tree over a fake one.
It's actually amazing that I've convinced Jeff this many years because we've been through some doozy stories with real trees.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
When we first got married, we didn't cut it down. We went just, to a farm stand and we got it. And by now we have a lot of traditions in this family. So tree day, going to get the tree was always a tradition too. We all go together. We all kind of vote and pick it out together. So we did that. And we went with my parents and we got our real tree and whatever. So I think we only had 1, 2. I'm not going to do math. We've already established this, but we had 1 or 2 Christmases before I was pregnant with Evan. So now I'm pregnant with Evan. We go to get our tree. This is probably the very beginning of December. Mm-hmm. He's going to be born in March, so I'm pretty pregnant. And we come home, and I actually think this year we might have cut it down. And we come home, he puts it up, he's putting the lights on, and now I'm, kind of going in, getting ready because he's doing all that. And then I'm going to start putting the ornaments on, and I'm looking, and he saw this before, but didn't want to say because he was hoping it was nothing and then I wouldn't notice. So now I go and I'm kind of like looking and inspecting and I see like one little spider thing floating around. All right. Then I keep going. Another one and another one and another one. And now I am freaking out.
For anybody that doesn't know, she is terrified of any single living insect that is on this planet.
I want none of them, and certainly none of them in my house. I was flipping out. Now I'm pregnant and I'm flipping out. And I'm screaming, and we can't keep this tree here. Now he has 3/4 of it with lights on. And now I'm like, call my father. Like, what is he going to do? But we call my father. Now he comes with like the flashlight on the head.
Oh my God. Wait, that's what Jeff does now. That's funny.
Yes. He's picked up a lot of his traits. And he's looking in and he's like, yeah, this is pretty infested with spiders. So Jeff's now totally pissed off. Now he's got to take all the lights off. He struggled to bring the tree in. We lived upstairs then. He had to carry it up the stairs. And I'm like, it can't stay here. I'm crying. I can't. Now pregnant, emotional too, crying. I can't have the tree, but I have to have a real. He's like, let's just go get an artificial. I have to have a real tree. So we throw it out. So here's also the lunatic I am. We can't put it on the front, like sidewalk. Like they don't come and get trees yet. Like they don't come until after Christmas. Yeah. So we had to put it in the backyard because I wouldn't let them leave it outside. You left it in the
backyard
until Christmas.
Oh my God! I didn't know that part of the story.
So then now it's raining outside and pouring. And he's like, "That's it. We're not getting another tree." I'm crying. So we have a big fight over it. So anyway, this is where Swivel Straight Stan came in, because he left for a while and he had gone to the store and he came home with, it was called, we've had the same stand now for, I guess, probably 28 years, our Swivel Straight Stand, which he loved because he could go in and just like step on it and fix. You didn't have to like turn the little
No, he has
screws.
to turn the little thing. I could just step on my tree.
Yours is better, but he won't give up the Swivel Straight, because that's the history of the Swivel Straight now. But we went, we got another tree and we put it up and it was all fine.
Well, that's good.
That was good. But I will say we've had 2 other instances since then where there have been
buggies
in the tree.
What?
And each time we've gotten rid of it. But the next times we put it actually out as another decoration on the front lawn.
Well, I mean, for me and Evan, we've done three. This would be our 4th, I think, tree together. And, right? I can't do math. Again. Anyway. But so however many trees we haven't had that instance yet, knock on wood, because I would actually freak out as well. But our first tree that we had, the perfect tree. We will never get a tree that good in our life, to the point where we cut the bottom of it and I wrote on the stump that it was our first Christmas tree married. Aww. And I put it out for decoration every year. But the second year, that tree died in a week. Do you remember that?
I do.
And I'm telling Jeff, I'm like, why is the tree dying? It's not even, like, Christmas is 3 weeks away.
And we go to the same place, and ours was fine. So who knows?
Yours was perfect, thriving. And then I don't know what happened to ours, but that year it just died. And it was so sad on Christmas looking at our tree, like half dead as we're opening presents. But I'm like, I can't throw it out at this point. So
it's luck of the draw. And you would think with these stories, we'd say, you know what? Let's just get an artificial tree. But
it smells so good.
It's not the same.
No, it's not the same. We're Team Real Tree.
Team Real Tree.
No matter what happens.
We do have an artificial one that we put in the basement now, though. But
yeah. Well, I still have my mom's artificial tree, and we did put it in the basement the first year we moved in here. But it doesn't really fit down here, hence my scratches on my wall as well, because that's where the tree was. But it doesn't really fit down here because the ceilings are so low. So instead of damaging my walls, I've decided not to put it up anymore. But yeah, real trees.
So now that brings us to indoor. So how you like to decorate indoor versus outdoor?
Yes. Indoor decorating, like we talked about, can go a million different ways. I think for both of us, we kind of just Christmas threw up everywhere. I'm going to have to put pictures of your living room in here so people can really grasp the idea of Christmas.
There's probably not a corner that doesn't have something Christmas.
And then in her living room, she used to have a red accent wall.
It's gone.
It's gone now. But when it was there, it just added to the Christmas layer, and it was so good. But you should tell them about your Santas.
We have a Santa collection, so you'll have to put a picture of that because I don't know how else to describe it. But it started with 1 or 2 that we saw.
And we're what are they called? What are they called?
Because we have all different. We don't actually have all. You're
Kincaid?
talking about Thomas Kincaid, but
yeah,
they're all different ones, and they're probably kid-sized Santas.
Yeah,
and obviously they have them in all different, there's Santa with wine, there's Santa with cupcakes, there's Santa with a sleigh.
Italian Santa.
Italian, there's all different ones. And it just became a thing where then we just started collecting them more and more and more. And now we actually have them on the top of our wall unit. And now there's 2 levels because there's so many Santas. We really can't fit anymore where they are now. But yeah, we have that collection. We have a whole collection of snowmen that really was my mother-in-law's that she started that we have. So we have that. We have our Christmas cherished teddies.
Yep. It's just a collector's dream in her house at Christmas. It's cherished teddies, the Thomas Kincaid Santas, other Santas too, the snowmen. What else do you have?
And then again, Santa
just
threw
decor
up crap everywhere.
I'm talking wreaths on the kitchen cabinets. All her cookie jars get switched out. All of her everything gets switched out for Christmas. And I mean, that's one of my favorite parts about coming over your house during that season because it just feels so cozy and so
everywhere
Christmassy.
You go. The bathroom,
the shower curtain. Yes. I'm talking everything you can think of that can be Christmas is Christmas.
Even in the basement bathroom, like we have parties in the basement.
Well, Christmas, so.
I even switch out the pictures on the wall in the bathroom downstairs.
Yeah, in the
so
living
that
room.
they fit with the winter Christmassy theme.
Yeah. It's just Christmas everywhere.
It makes me happy.
It makes me happy too, because obviously, like, I have inherited all of my mom's Christmas decorations, and my mom also loved Christmas. So I have so much stuff that she bought from like HSN or like
her favorite
place, QVC. Like, because when she was sick, she would just order whatever she saw on TV, and if it was the holidays, forget it. Christmas in July,
easy payments. You could have this.
She had the credit card. It was a big problem, actually. But anyway, she would just order all this stuff. So, like, I now have all of this Christmas stuff. So me and Evan really didn't have to buy that much our first year, because, like, we were fully decorated. I had a house full of decorations our first year because I just took everything. I took stuff from my nanny. So I always had so much Christmas stuff.
And then we do what we call tree day. So we really don't buy our tree on tree day anymore. And tree day means we go and we have a day, and that used to be when we would come home with the tree. We don't do that anymore just because it became difficult. We just kind of go
getting the tree
another day because we make it that day sort of an event. So for years we went to Chester, New Jersey, and we would walk around down there, and there's all shops, and we do all the shops. There's a coffee shop. We start there. There's a candy store. We start with the kids. So the kids have loved that growing up, and then we just still always do it. Now we've started to change it up a little, where we've tried, like last year we tried somewhere different. Mm-hmm. We went to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania last year. We're going to try something this year. I'm sure we'll end up back at Chester at some point. But that day is also about like shopping and all these little we went to the other one the year before.
Which
the
one?
German market.
The German
which
market.
Had a ton of things to buy.
They had such cute Christmas things. Oh my gosh.
Or was that last year?
I think that was last year. It had such cute Christmas things there.
So my point is that we do that every year, and
keep adding.
I can't not buy things when I see something
Another one.
cute. So I buy something else.
Yeah, I mean, there is not a holiday season that goes by where I don't buy something new.
Right.
Or multiple things that are new, because things are just so cute. And like Hobby Lobby, they just have the cutest Christmas stuff ever. So
I am getting to the point, though, where there's times where there's a few things, like if they're not high on my list of decorations, they can't come out. I don't have room.
Oh
it's
my
very few
God.
things. But there have been a few things where I've not been able to put them out. Yes. Now I feel bad. They're probably like Toy Story, where they're stuck, that point.
See, that's how my brain works. My brain works like I can't leave them out because they're not with their family.
And they're probably like, oh, she didn't take us out this year.
Oh, that makes me so sad. Oh my God.
Everything's coming out this year.
I'm just going to throw it somewhere. When we're talking about like Christmas throwing up on things, I feel like the way people decorate their tree can go either way. You're either the traditional Christmas tree, the red and silver balls, the garland, the lights, or you're just like, whatever ornament I find is going up on that tree. So for me, when I was growing up, my mom liked a traditional Christmas tree and liked it to look a certain way. So my ornaments would kind of, like, if I had any, like, character ornaments from, like, when I was a kid, like, I had a Dorothy and stuff. She's like, no, that has to go in the back of the tree. And I'm like, why? She's like, because the tree needs to be red and silver, and it needs to have the bow on top and the whole thing. But now, like, obviously with me and Evan have collected ornaments. I don't even know when we started collecting them, when we were dating. To eventually put on our own Christmas tree. And so now our tree is just full of random ornaments. And it's honestly, like, it doesn't bother me. I still put up a few. Well, at this point now, I don't even have regular Christmas balls on it because we have too many. But, I still try to keep the tradition of my mom had these specific Lennox ornaments every year and, like, put those on my tree. But, it's just, like, a bunch of random things all over my tree.
Well, so where do you think Evan gets it from?
Yeah.
Because he grew up that way. So me growing up, They didn't have, they did have some that were just like special ornaments.
Grammy and Pa?
Yeah. But a lot of them were like traditional glass
the big ones.
ornaments, like balls or whatever.
Yeah.
But they did have a lot of traditional ornaments. And then there were a few, like if, we made something in school or whatever, there was a few other ones. But for the most part, it was traditional ornaments. And garland. Pa loved garland. So he'd switch it up. This year it was red and silver garland. Next year it might be red and green or gold. And he loved a garland. I'm not a fan of the garland, but I grew up with garland. So that's how I grew up. It was that. He liked colored lights on the tree. And that's what we had every year. When I
hate colored
when we
lights.
got married, I was like, I hate colored lights. I want white lights. I hate garland. I don't want garland. And it was like, I'm going to make it my own. I appreciated what I grew up with, but this was kind of making it my own.
Make it your own thing.
So we did that as well. Like we would, our thing was wherever we go on vacation, we get an ornament wherever we are. But the first year we got married, so again, got married in June, our first Christmas after. Actually, we did it before we got married. So we were engaged. We went with Pa the day after Christmas to Fortune Off Backyard Store. I'll never forget this because everything goes on sale. Yep. Everything was like 50, 75% off. And we went in anticipation for the following year. And we bought all like traditional ornaments. Yep. Because we didn't have that many of our own at that point. So we had bought all of that. I bought like the strands of like the beads that I would put on.
That's what my nanny had on her tree too.
That's what we did in the beginning. Yeah. Then again, as we started to collect more, and then we had the kids, and then the kids had like, Evan's first Christmas, and then Evan's ornaments with his name, and then Ryan's everywhere. Yeah. It just, over these past 30 years, what we've collected, there is no room. Like
there's not a single ball.
It became where we first had like, some balls and less and less and less. And then now there's just totally random things all over. And I used to be somewhat particular when they were little about where they went and hanging them. But now, and you know this because they get mad at me because I don't hang them. I don't hang them anymore. Like, first of all, I had boys. Boys, and I'm sorry if any of you are aesthetically smart boys. Mine are not. All they cared about was the cowboy one has to go in front. The ranger one has to go in the front. And this one with my name, that's my favorite, has to go. And then there was like the fighting over what was going to go where.
They fight now.
Yes.
They're adults.
Adults and they fight.
They fight over
I don't
who's
care. I think it's great that they want all their favorites to go so they can put them anywhere. The ones that were like, those are the ones that go in the back that we don't really care about, but we still put on. So I don't care. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no beads anymore because the beads wouldn't even fit eventually because there's not even enough room for all the ornaments.
No, it's like a struggle actually. Like when Jeff will set up the table, and I'm sure we'll talk about when we decorate and stuff more. But when Jeff would set up the table with all the ornaments on the table, like as we get to the end, it's like you gotta like find a branch somewhere. Like there's no room.
Right. And, it's funny because then they even argue about that, like who's going to hang which one up. Like, no, this is mine. They're very particular. I hang it.
I remember the first time I came over to actually decorate your tree because it's like a thing. Like, it's not just like, we're decorating the tree. It's like, no, like we're playing Christmas music. We're having hot chocolate. Like, it's a traditional thing. So the first night I came over, which was actually, I think, the only time I decorated your tree was 2021 when I was living with you. Mm-hmm. And I remember feeling awkward because I was like, I don't want to grab something that like is not mine or that I can hang. Plus, it's like not my tree. And it was like a weird situation, I think, in the beginning for me just living with you and like doing the holidays and like stuff like that. So I remember I picked up every ornament I picked up. Like, can I hang this one?
Not to me.
Can I hang this? No, not to you. To Evan. And Ryan too. But like I would mainly try to pick up Evan's and be like, okay, this is clearly Evan's. Like, can I hang this one? He'd be like, no, not that one. You have to go. He's very okay. Everyone that knows Evan has OCD. So like I can't mess with his OCD because he will actually cry. So
I mean, I love it that it means so much to them that they still care. Like, again, here they are in their 20s and they still care about hanging like their favorite ornaments on the tree.
And
So.
we don't, okay, yes, we're across the street, but like we don't live with them anymore, but we still go over there and decorate their tree, which is the same thing that you did with Grammy and Pa, no?
Yes.
So like it's fun.
Right. That's kind of the tradition that carried over.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. So now it's, me and Graham, like Jeff will make sure it's ready with all the lights on. And then we just kind of sit there and let you guys do it. And I'm sure, someday my grandkids will do it.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Now, what has changed about my white lights, so when Pa first died, I said I would, for him, every other year, do either garland or the
garland. I thought it was just the lights.
The first year I did the garland, and then I was like, no, for the garland doesn't fit.
Yeah,
just like the beads, that fits even less than the beads. But I said every other year I would do the colored lights versus the white, because the kids like the colored lights too. I don't.
I hate the colored lights.
But because I said it, I still switch every year, and this year is a colored light year. Boo.
Boo. Hate the colored lights.
That we do. We switch up the lights.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing too.
And my what's my favorite part of the tree?
The angel.
My angel. So,
Evan? No, just kidding.
No, my tree topper angel. We got her at that Fortune Off
backyard
store.
Oh, that's
sale
funny.
Before we were married, and she's lovely, and she's on top, and she's gorgeous, and she holds a candle, and I don't know if anybody's ever seen that commercial, because now I'm convinced that that's what she is, that she watches us through the years, and she knows what happens in the family, and she has all the memories with us.
She has all the Christmas spirit.
I believe that about our little angel too.
I know. And I remember when me and Evan were like, because I grew up with the bow on the top of my tree, and I love the bow. So I remember when me and Evan were like trying to figure out, like our own thing. And I'm like, well, your mom has an angel. So like, are we getting an angel or are we getting the bow? And he's like, I don't know. What do you want to do? It really doesn't bother me. So I'm like, we're getting the bow. Because I don't know. I obviously having the angel is so nice. And I love that you guys have that memory. And we think that she sees all of the memories and everything. But the bow looks so cute on my tree.
It's all about what you love.
Yes. So everybody's different. Yes. What do you put on your tree? Do you have colored lights? Do you have white lights? What do you put on top? An angel, a bow, a star?
I grew up with a star on top.
Did you? So like, I don't know. There's so many different options.
Now, Jeff could not touch his tree to decorate. So not only was it the 4-foot artificial tree, Grandma Bunny was specific. She had her special ornaments. It had to be matching in colors. Everything had to be just so. There were bows that went on it and had to be, spaced.
Perfect.
She would probably, obviously she saw our trees while she was still here, but if she saw it now with how much is on, I think that she would have heart palpitations when our tree looks like.
That's so funny.
But she would love that we do have a lot of her stuff that we do put out every year.
Yeah. There's so many things. And I think, so I guess now that we've talked about indoor decorations, we should start with the outdoor decorations.
So I also, I mentioned that the Santa with the reindeer, that was the first thing my father had bought. He loved Christmas, which is, I think, how I became to love Christmas. And he loved decorating outside. So he was literally, it was like a Griswold Christmas. It was Christmas Vacation. He was Chevy Chase. Every year he'd go to plug it in. They wouldn't go on. Like literally that would happen every single year.
That's so funny.
So he, on lights on the house, all the stuff on the front line. And we have like a couple now, but I don't even think they had blow-ups when I was growing up, but we were not big blow-up people. Mm-hmm. Towards the end, when it did become a little popular, I think he had a couple. But Jeff, again, they didn't put a lot of, like maybe they had lights on their rails, but they didn't have a lot of outdoor decoration. So he really learned from Pa. That's how he learned how to do it. I'm going to have to
put a picture of their outside of their house now. Yeah. It's crazy.
So he learned from him, and he would help him eventually. And then when Pa got sick and we lived together, then he did it on his own. And I remember seeing Pa like standing by the door watching him and what he was doing. But he learned very well from him. And he bitches and moans every year, like, I'm not decorating anymore, or I don't want to do it anymore.
He complains every year.
But he he loves it, and he loves he loves to put it all out. He would buy. He went this year and bought. I didn't ask for anything more. We have a lot of outdoor decorations. He came home.
He's shown me
with more outdoor decorations.
He's very proud.
I don't know where he's gonna put them, but he loves it. He loves to show it off. He takes pictures. And shows
Did you
people.
hear him on Halloween?
Yes, telling the people.
So people come for Halloween, and like we
decorate for
Halloween, but not as much as Christmas. No. And the people are like, "Oh my gosh, I love your decorations." He's like, "Oh yeah, come back on Christmas, you'll be really impressed." Like he's like advertising their house. Like I feel like he really wants to be on like that Christmas decorating show. I
mean, and we're not by no means like those shows, but he does a great job. I will say, Jeffrey does a great job. He inherited it from my father, and he's taken it and rolls with it.
And I feel like outdoor decorations kind of turns into like a battle
between
neighbors and stuff. I mean, people on our block decorate.
When she says neighbors, she means us and them.
Because, and it's not me, it's Evan. Because Evan gets mad that like we don't have as much stuff. And I'm like, we only lived here 3 years.
Yes.
Like we will get something new every year. And it will continue to grow. But he's like, no, look how much stuff they have. I'm like, Evan, I'm not going out and buying $600 worth of decorations every year.
You acquire it over the years.
Yeah, but I can see in the future Evan turning into Jeff, as in like, why do they have more than me? Like, no, come to my house. But Evan doesn't want to hang the lights on the house, so.
You're going to be paying somebody someday to do
I am going to be paying someone because it looks so good. And Evan doesn't like going up in the ladder, and I'm not going up in the ladder. And
Jeff yours.
Jeff does it for us, which is very, very nice. But eventually I'm probably going to have to pay somebody to do it.
He won't be here forever.
No, sorry.
But yes, outdoor decorations are a big thing too.
Yes. I love my outdoor decorations. I have a giant Santa. So do you.
So do we.
Yeah, you do.
I also love driving around looking at other people's outdoor decorations.
So much fun. I love doing that too.
I get so depressed when Christmas is over, not just because it's over, just because then it's also just dark.
Yeah.
It's so bright and festive and fun.
And like even driving down the town, like our town decorates like on the poles down the main road, like,
and then the tree gets lit.
Yeah, the tree. It's very cute over here during Christmas time. I could never be in like somewhere warm because then it doesn't feel like Christmas.
No. Yeah, I agree.
Sorry for those of you who live in Florida. One thing I was thinking about too, you know how we always watch those Décor videos? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say Décor?
I have no clue.
Because I sent you an Instagram today. It said Twancore. Like, she definitely doesn't know what this means. So it's basically like the persona. So like Twan, like the Twan persona.
Okay.
They call me Twan, by the way. I don't think we ever mentioned that. Anyway, so like it's like Décor to like be screaming and yelling over things that don't work in the house. You know what I'm talking about? Right. And Jeff is like this, I feel like, with the Christmas lights.
Because how many times have like
they broke in or it's like not working?
All of a sudden he looks up, like he pulls into the driveway and there's two bulbs out on top.
So mad, and it's like the ultimate dad thing to do, to be like, "Why are my lights working?" This doesn't relate to you guys because you do all the indoor decorations and Jeff does all the outdoor decorations. For me and Evan, we both do the outdoor decorations. Much to my degree sometimes, because we cannot decorate without arguing. And I don't know if any other couple is like this, but we really cannot decorate our holiday decorations outside without on the brink of divorce, because it's just, we don't work well like that. I don't know why. And it's just decorating.
Is it because he takes it so seriously?
I don't know. I think part of the reason is because I have a system in my head. Like the way my brain works is not the way Evan's brain works. Like everybody else, like everyone thinks differently. But like when I'm trying to, like he'll want to put something somewhere. And I'm like, no, but the extension cord doesn't reach there. Like I'm thinking of the back end of like where cords are going to go so we don't have everything on one outlet. And he's like, but it'll be fine. I'm like, it's not going to be fine. We're going to blow a fuse.
This is why only one of you
See,
put the outdoor decorations up.
I agree with you, but he won't let me do it by myself.
So let him do it.
It's too hard for me.
It might change once you have kids.
Probably. I think once I'm not nervous about him putting everything on one power source, I can let him do it.
But he'll learn, because Jeff had to learn the hard way too. Because do you remember? I don't even know if you remember how we used to have. I mean, we upped the power now in the whole house, so it's not as bad. But before that, we would have extension cords coming like
out the window, right?
Out the basement window to the back of the house, because there was so much stuff, it would always blow a fuse. Or it was like you couldn't turn this on when the Christmas lights were on, or like you can't wash clothes while the lights are on at night. So we had extension cords and things everywhere. And eventually he learned how to do it. We also had to increase the, I don't know what you call it, wattage, power, whatever in the house,
the power box,
so that we don't have as many issues. But sometimes they have to learn the hard way.
Yes, I agree. But okay, so here's my problem is because I grew up, I was technically the boy in the house, even though I wasn't. I grew up doing everything.
But you and
your
my mom,
like
you were all ladies. Your grandmother, your
so
mother.
So like I did the boy jobs. That's what I did. So like I'm so used to it, and Evan has always, I think, helped Jeff in doing things occasionally.
Oh, Jeff's gonna be laughing when he hears that.
I know, occasionally, not all the time. But Jeff also has no patience. He's like
Jeff
me.
Just does it himself.
See, this is why we need to start a home improvement show, because me and Jeff are kind of the same when it comes to this.
Not me. We do this. They would have their father-in-law, daughter-in-law home improvement show.
Like I like that stuff, and I feel like me and Jeff work well together. I don't know. So for the most part, like I'm just so used. Like I used to decorate outside at my house with my mom. Like whatever. So like, if it's not the way I think it is in my head, and I understand this is a me problem, but like I can't help myself. Like I just have to not be there. If he's going to decorate, I just cannot.
That's why I said maybe you have to wait till you have kids, and then like you're busy with the kids and you let him do it. Yeah.
Eventually he's going to have to do it by himself. Or you
just do it by yourself and he watches the kids.
See, but he doesn't like that.
No, he's
because
he then should do it.
Because then he feels like, well, that's supposed to be my job.
And I think he needs to learn. Like I said, Jeff had to start helping Pa.
Yeah.
And then eventually only did it by himself because Pa couldn't do it. So at some point they need to just figure it out.
Yeah, that's true. We should place bets on how many arguments we get into this year. I'm going to try really hard to have patience and not argue with him and figure it out.
Christmas spirit.
I'm trying. But I cannot be the only person that fights with their significant other over Christmas decorations.
We argue about me buying more stuff that he has no place to put. Where am I going to put it? We have no more room.
But yet he buys outside decorations.
But sometimes then he'll see something even for inside and be like, oh, but this is so cute. But then
he's just as bad.
He is. But then he likes to bitch and moan that there's no room and what are we going to do with it? And then he'll find something. Yeah. So.
Well, I have a fun game.
Yay, game.
A Christmas game. Woo! So I have a fun game. So I asked Google, what are the top 10 couple fights when they're decorating for Christmas? So I have the list of the top 10, and let's see if you can guess them.
When they're decorating for Christmas.
Doesn't have to be in order. I'll tell you what number it is when it comes up. But the top 10 couple decorating fights. Can you list them?
Is it putting the outdoor decorations up?
Yes. Outdoor decorations is number 7.
Okay. Real tree versus artificial tree?
Yes, that is number 3.
Oh. The color of the lights?
Yes, color of the lights. Which one is that? I saw that on here. Oh, that's number 2. Warm lights or colored lights is number 2.
See, well, I'm feeling confident already that all the things that we argue about are on the list.
Well, accurate.
Couple decorating. Where to put the tree?
Yes, number 1. Where to put the Christmas tree is the number 1 item.
I feel like that could only be like the first year, and then you put it
Yeah, then you kind of put it the same place. But like it's
every year.
That's like a couple argument. Like, where are we putting the tree?
About buying too many decorations.
Let's see. Nope, that is not on the list.
Yeah, I don't even know how many I got at this point.
So you have 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10.
How many decorations to put up?
Nope.
I feel like we need like family feud, and you get 3 X's. Do you start telling me what they are?
All right, take one more guess, and then I'll tell you.
Oh, I'm so confused. Silver, gold.
Things that we've talked about. No, not silver and gold. Okay, so let's go through the top 10 couple decorating.
I failed at the game.
You got a lot of them. So number 1, where the Christmas tree should go. Number 2, the warm lights versus the colored lights. Number 3, a real tree versus a fake tree. Number 4, hanging the lights. Who does it right? So I guess a certain way that you do it. Number 5, the ornament placements. Number 6, a theme tree or so
we also talked about that.
A regular tree. That's what I'm calling
it.
A
Santa threw up
tree. Number 7 you got, which was outdoor decorations. There was nothing specific. Number 8, when to decorate. So are you early bird or last minute?
We didn't talk about that either.
No, we didn't. Well, I mean, we talked about it at Thanksgiving, kind of. But number 9, who gets bossy during decorating?
I think she admitted that.
And number 10, undoing each other's decorations.
You mean like redoing, like you put it here,
like you undo what they did and do like how you want it. I've never done that. I'm not that crazy.
No, like I will. We pretty much have so we're outside. If he says, "Oh, I want this here," I'll be like, "Oh, no, that doesn't really good here. You should probably move it there." But for the most part, we have.
I've never not had a conversation. Like it would be like.
But do you know what we do inside now so that we avoid this?
What?
I think you know this. We take a picture.
Oh yes.
Once everything's up and like we said, I have stuff in every nook and cranny. So we take a picture of everywhere. It makes it easier when I go to put it up the next year because I'll never remember. Before we did that, I'd be like, oh, I don't know. Where did I have this? Where? So now when we take the stuff out, I just look at the pictures like, oh, this was here in the wall unit. This was here. And we put it all out. So there's no fighting anymore because we kind of know everything has its place.
Oh, there you go. Easy. Those were our top 10. Woo! Couple fights.
They're legit.
Yeah, I mean, the holidays can be stressful. It shouldn't be stressful about this, but like, it's inevitable sometimes that you're going to fight over the way things are or look because you want things to be special. You want things to feel a certain way.
I still feel that's like happens in your early years of
years. Yeah. Then you get used to it.
After a while, you kind of, like I said, you're in your pattern. You know what each other likes. You know what to expect. I'm going to bitch. Got to have a real tree.
Yeah.
If it has bugs, it's going out.
Yeah.
We're going to have outdoor lights and indoor lights. But
I will say, me and Evan haven't fought over anything Christmas-wise besides decorating together outside. Not inside. Inside, we're completely on the same page. Outside, I just can't.
Don't fight at Christmas.
We have
a stirring the pot.
We have a stirring the pot. And you found this, right? Off of Reddit?
I did.
This is off of Am I the Asshole Reddit thread.
All right. So it's long, so I'm going to paraphrase, summarize what's here. But it's actually a husband that sent it in. And he's saying, we have twin 5-year-old boys. And ever since they were little, which at 5 they are little, we've always loved getting festive and letting them help decorate the house. This year, I guess because they're older, they moved into a bigger house. They're even more excited to decorate. And he says, but the last couple of days have been rough.
Oh,
rough. Dun, 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 drama. Last year, my wife wanted everything decorated exactly her way, and the boys mostly went along with it, as much as 4-year-olds can. This year, it's gotten worse. She keeps getting frustrated because they're not decorating right. The boys want to do things their way. They want to make their gingerbread houses how they want. They want to decorate their rooms. They want to put their handmade ornaments on the tree. And my wife hates it. She doesn't like their choices. It doesn't match her aesthetic and the choices she wants. I've tried talking to her, reminding her that they're little boys and they should be allowed to have some freedom with their own trees and gingerbread houses. She gets annoyed and says that's not how it's supposed to be done. Personally, I don't see if it's a big deal if they want to hang their paper snowmen on the tree. Yesterday, I came home. Oh, God, one of their kids was crying.
Oh, my gosh.
His wife was trying to talk to him, but he kept saying he hates Christmas now and doesn't want to do it anymore. He's upset because she wouldn't let him put gumdrops all over the roof of his gingerbread house because it looked too messy.
Oh.
At that point, I kind of lost it, told her she was being ridiculous, that she was ruining it for them. Now, apparently, I'm the asshole because she says she's the only one trying to make everything perfect and teach the boys how to decorate properly. And I don't get that Christmas is important to her, but forcing her vision is sucking the joy out of it. So basically, he wants to know, is he an asshole or what do you do?
No, I don't think he's an asshole.
Neither do I. She sounds like one, though.
Well, I will say I can understand that she's probably putting so much pressure on making things perfect, whether it's for her, whether it's for her kids or her family or whatever it may be. But especially with the gingerbread houses, that's just supposed to be a fun thing. Like, let your kids decorate gingerbread houses. Who cares what it looks like?
I will say, and I do think that you're probably right. I think sounds like she's going a little over the top, but I get it. She's probably a minimalist vibe too.
Yeah.
And wants things a certain way in her tree and
doesn't want to mess.
And the kids are still little and they probably now as he's saying, now they're more into it. Before this, they probably didn't. They were just excited to see lights and it didn't really matter. But now they're getting their own little personalities and they want to help decorate. I will say, I know, not for Christmas, because like I've said, I pretty much let the kids do whatever they want. When they were really little and they were this tall and every ornament was
like eye level.
I would move it after they went to bed just so they were a little all over. But I can remember even not Christmas, like we're talking about them making their gingerbread houses, even with their school projects. Yeah. And I'd look at him like, do you really want to do your diorama like that? Like maybe this should go here. But it's Christmas. They're little kids. They're excited. She's going to have to learn to go do it. She can have some things her way, but maybe present it to them in a way that they're not crying about it.
Yeah. I mean, you also don't want to suck the fun out of a kid's Christmas, like the way they're experiencing Christmas, because like you really want them to remember you as like my mom will be mad if I put this here like during
Christmas. Like Jeff kind of remembers that, like I couldn't touch the tree, like she had to have it a certain way.
Same for me, like not that my mom was that strict about anything, but she liked her tree to look a certain way, so I'm like, I'm gonna put that ornament there.
And really, if she wants, like let's say their main tree in their living room or family room to be the way she wants it, then make sure, like, let them have trees in another part of the house and do whatever they want.
And then they can have their own special little trees. But the gingerbread houses are ridiculous. You're being dramatic about that.
Yes. Aren't gumdrops supposed to be
First of all, gingerbread houses don't even stand up unless you, like, hot glue them.
Hot glue? Isn't it supposed to be icing?
Yeah.
It's a gingerbread house.
Do you really think a gingerbread house is going to stand up with icing? Have you ever gotten one to stand up with icing?
I don't know. We used to get the kit from, like, Costco.
Yeah, it doesn't work. And then, like, does anybody actually build gingerbread houses anymore?
No, and I think we did it like 1 year, and
I don't think I've ever really done one before. Like, legitimately sat down and built a gingerbread house.
Yeah. So, what do you all think? I mean,
no, I don't think he's an asshole. I think he was right for saying something.
Yes, he had to say something. They have to figure out a way to make it work for all of them.
Yeah.
But you can't have 2 5-year-olds crying. Well, and here I say this, like I literally have everything they ever made on my tree too. So I'm the wrong person to be asking. Yeah, I still hang the things they made on my refrigerator.
For every season, Halloween, everything, Easter, all the same things.
So yeah, I'm probably the worst person to ask.
No, but I mean, I agree. I'm not saying like, I don't know. Like, I understand what she's saying. Like, I feel like in her mind, she's trying to make it so perfect. So they have the perfectly pictured Christmas. But that's just not the reality of the world.
No.
So, I mean, just have Christmas throw up all over the place. And let your kids do what they want. I mean,
or let it just throw up in their room if you don't like it in the rest of your house.
Exactly. let it be their mess.
Or like give them their area.
Yeah.
And let them be happy that they did their own thing.
Yeah, that's good.
Don't stifle the Christmas out of your kids.
Don't steal the Christmas spirit.
No.
All right. So that was our Stirring the Pot segment. If you guys have any holiday traditions, any holiday stories you want to send in to us.
Any holiday arguments?
Send them in to us. We want to know. You can message us on Instagram or TikTok at Spilling the Gravy. Follow us on there. We post videos all the time. And you can follow us on YouTube if you want to watch the podcast. I put some fun pictures in there. Or you can listen to us anywhere you listen to your podcast. Spilling the Gravy, at Spilling the Gravy.
Look for us, find us.
Look for us, find us. We're
Be
here.
excited.
10 episodes in. I can't even believe it. We're still here.
10 episodes, and this one was holiday decorating, and the next 3, it's
ready
it's a month
for
of Christmas.
the holidays. I mean, it's the holidays now while you're watching this. I'd be jamming out to Christmas music.
Yes. Maybe we'll have to have some in the background coming into our
yes,
intro.
Right? Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, for listening, and stay tuned for more holiday episodes next week.
Because it's the most wonderful time of the year.
Woo!